Okay, we are back to some battle reports finally. So we're going to be playing 2,300 points. I'm playing Thousand Suns. Got a few proxies while I work on those Raptors and some projects, but I'm getting a lot more painting done. You'll see on the infantry. So here's our battlefield, and I'm playing against Steve's Necrons. It's kind of a Wraith barge list. If you haven't seen those before, 18 Wraiths I think and 3 barges, but we'll go over the list once we deploy. Do you want to go ahead and roll for mission?
Annihilation.
Alright, well that's actually could be worse for me. I think I have more kill points than he does, but not by a lot. And fish battle for deployment.
Yes!
Yeah. I wish the spearhead might not be bad for me on this one, but you want to go ahead and roll for initiative? I rolled a 3, he rolled a 6, so I'm off to awesome rolls. He has a 5 and a 6 so far, I have a 1 and 3. You want to go first?
Actually, no.
No?
I do not want to go first.
Does that mean you want to go second?
Yes, it does.
Fair enough. Okay, well, that's interesting. Alright, we'll go ahead and deploy. Okay, so here's my list for 2,300 points. We have 3 obliterators. Okay, so here's my 2,300 point list. I've got 3 obliterators up here on this building. I've got a Defiler back there, just stock. 9 Raptors with a aspiring champion with Power Fist, a Mark of Zinch, and 2 Melta-Guns. I've got a Vindicator with Demonic Possession. I've got 3 Rhinos, all with Demonic Possession. This one also has a Combi Melta. They've got 9,000 suns inside of them.
9,000 suns!
Yeah, the next one's even better, because the next one has over 9,000 suns. It's got Airmen in there, too. All my 1,000 sun squads, 9 strong, Aspiring Sorcerer with Bolt of Change. So over here, then, we've got Airmen and a squad in there. That one's got a Dozer Blade also, as well as a Combi Melta. Another squad of 9 Raptors, same loadout. And that last vehicle there, no Combi Melta, no Dozer Blade, but Demonic Possession still, and a squad of 1,000 suns in there. So there's my army. And the enemy has chosen to deploy this unit of warriors with Zendrak, or is it Oberon?
Oh, Zendrak.
Zendrak, okay. So most of his army is deep striking. He's actually deep striking 3 squads of 10 death marks, which are going to suck for my infantry. And he's targeting also, let's see, deep striking 3 squads of Wraiths, 6 Wraiths, and
striking troop
with 1 troop squad with
Oberon and Necron.
Yeah, with Oberon with the Veil of Darkness in the squad.
And Necron.
Yeah, and he's also running on the board from the edge 3 Annihilation barges, so a little bit different than I expected this to go already. And you want to seize?
No.
No? Okay, well I guess I'll go ahead and take my first turn. Alright, so during my turn 1, in preparation for everything deep striking, running off the board and destroying me, I've just cornered myself against the back here. I ran everything backwards, moved the obliterators over and down, jumped on my infantry back here, kind of try to protect them from the death marks when that happens, and hopefully just turtle up. We'll see. So going to bottom of 1. Alright, this turn, quite predictably, this squad moved forward and ran 2 inches, and that's it. So going to top of 2. Okay, this turn I moved things around just a little bit more, compacted them, made a bubble of vehicles for my guys here, hopefully to keep the death marks away. We'll see. This guy moved over, they spread out, Defiler shot way down there and scattered 11 inches off the table, so no one cares. And makes it bottom of 2. Alright, so this turn, he got kind of bad reserve rolls, but still enough to really put the hurt on me and make me make some tough decisions.
Yeah, more or less I got 1 from every category.
Indeed. So death marks dropped here. He landed on target, which was really lucky for him, seeing as he could either be out of range or dead if he scattered anywhere at all. So he shot at these guys, he did 12 wounds, I failed 4 of them, which is actually right on odds, I guess, but none of my special weapons, thank goodness, and not my sergeant, so they've got 5 left in that squad.
Yeah, they passed their leadership and their painting checks.
Yes. Wraiths dropped over here, scattered 8 inches, so they were like a millimeter from the edge of the table, which kind of sucks there, too. They ran, which points out easily how bad my deployment with my obliterators were. I left them on their own. And now I have to make the choice. Do I shoot them and charge them, probably kill 1 or 2, and then eventually lose the combat? Or do I jump up here, shoot at that barge, and then get assaulted, and lose them all, and probably kill none in return? So it's a tough choice, and he also got in his big troop squad with Oberon. They only ran 1 inch after they deep struck, so that's still a juicy target to tempt my Defiler over here. And that's pretty much it. So going to, oh, and this, yeah, that Annihilation barge came in, moved 12 inches on.
And anyone that asks why I didn't put this squad here, you want to ask why I didn't put it over here? It's because he has 3 squads embarked in Rhinos, all have AP3 bolters.
It would not be pretty.
Yeah, I would be relying solely on a 4+ Resurrection Orb.
Yeah, not a position you want to be in. So, pretty much it going to bottom of 3, or top of 3, yep.
Yep.
Okay, this turn was a little bit not as good as I was hoping it would be. This squad jumped over here to stay safe, flamed the squad there, killed a whole ton of them, turned one of them into a goo of nothing with Airmen, and so they're down to 1. He got 2 back from coming back from the dead. These guys charged them. I somehow only did 4 wounds with my 24 attacks. He failed 2 of them, so he's down to 1 man. He fought me, did nothing. And then my Power Fist missed with all 3. He failed leadership and escaped somehow. So somehow I didn't kill that last man, and I also didn't get locked with them, which were the only 2 options I realized were an option. So they're out here now in the open. He will fall back. He can't regroup, so eventually he'll make it to his table edge, hopefully before the end of the game. Over here, however, these 3 last cannons all failed to even cause a glance against that vehicle, which really sucks, since my Vindicator scattered 9 inches and didn't touch anything when I was shooting at these wraiths. This guy scattered 8 inches, so I touched and killed 2 warriors, and that's pretty much all I did this turn, is 2 warriors and that Deathmark squad. So I'm about to get murdered from some wraiths. There goes 225 points, so going to bottom of 3. Alright, this was bottom of 3, and this is not a good turn for me. He's got the rest of his reserves minus his 2 Annihilation barges in. This one, so he deep struck Deathmarks and Deathmarks. They both scattered barely at all.
I still have 1 squad of Wraiths in reserve.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so he's owning me right now. He still has a squad of Wraiths and 2 Annihilation barges. They came in and just ran 6 inches, so because they scattered back like 7 or something, so they're going to be on me next turn no matter what. These 2 squads and that Annihilation barge melted my 10-man or my 9-man squad of Raptors here, which was 300-point unit, and even arced over and killed 2 of these guys with the Annihilation barge. And Airman squad is also marked, so that kind of sucks. These guys jumped over with Oberon. They scattered back 6 inches. We thought they'd be out of range, but no, they're still in range here. They got 4 glances, which took off my weapon, immobilized me, and stunned me, but I ignored the stun, yay. So I can still fire this here bolter, so my Vindicator is useless now. And he hasn't killed a man yet, which is awful. And the only good thing that happened was he forgot to move his wraiths, so we just ended up running them instead, since he would have been out of charge range, which gives me 1 more turn to shoot with these, maybe accomplish something before they're murdered in combat ruthlessly. And pretty much it, so going to top of 4. So I'm running out of turns. He's gotten the only kill point so far. They're almost dead. That's almost dead. I'm about to lose a lot more, so I'm going to 4. Alright, so I had some good luck and some alright luck this turn, which is better than nothing.
Excellent luck.
They were closing in on me. They're closing in on me. I didn't get to shoot either of them, so both Wraith squads are still full strength, which is not good for me, because once they get in combat, I'm not going to be able to reduce them down hardly at all. Obliterators, 3-shot the Annihilation Barge, 2 penetrating hits, and I rolled 2 1s, so he was stunned. He did fail both of his living arm, or living metal, so it was still stunned. Airman at the end had an extra power left, so he bolt of change, and he actually exploded it, so made the obliterator shots kind of useless, but whatever. So I actually did kill the Annihilation Barge. Defiler, after my 2 vehicles here have gotten 3 awful misses in a row, Defiler landed on target right when I needed it to. Touched all of the guys, only failed to wound 1 of them, so
14 and 15.
yeah, I did 14 wounds out of 15 guys, and Zendrek saved the 1, so we had 2 guys left over, a warrior and Oberon, rather. So then I fired this squad, I fired some bolters, yeah, this Twin Link Melta, or the Kami Melta and Twin Link Bolter killed the warrior, so the whole warrior squad was dead. And then this squad of Thousand Suns that got out finished off Oberon. And he failed both his will-be backs, or whatever you call it now, reanimation protocols, on the Lord that was attached and on Oberon, so I got really lucky there. That was a 3 kill point squad. It was about 3 things that were lucky right in a row. I disembarked all of my Thousand Suns this turn, so this squad got out, shot, and actually did all 10 wounds to the 1 Deathmark squad. This squad got out, shot, and did 8 wounds to a Deathmark squad. He got 1 back from his reanimation protocols, and I rolled a 2 for my charge distance, so I didn't make it. So I'm about 2.5 away, so that was fun. For for the most part, all my extra bolters on these things fired and finished off that last guy that was running away just to make sure the job got done. And I think that's pretty much it. So I got pretty lucky. I killed that whole huge squad. I killed a Deathmark squad, finished off the one guy that was running away, and brought this squad down to 3, but they're still alive and they didn't fail leadership. So I'm about to get hit by 2 Wraith units, and he still has some more reserves coming in, so bottom of 4. Okay, this turn, these guys move forward some more. He got 2 barges in. He still has 1 squad of Wraiths out. They backed up, shot, killed one of them. These Wraiths jumped in, charged. They killed, what, like 3? Yeah, they killed 3 of my guys. I did 1 wound to him that he failed. And so that was kind of not that good for me, but at least I'm going to hold him up for a little while, I think. Over here, though, he charged my Obliterators. I was feeling good. I had 6 attacks. I did 4 wounds with Strength 8 Power Fist, instant kill whole guys at a time, and he made all of his saves, so that kind of sucked. And he did 2 wounds back after my 2+ saves and all that stuff, so I'm down to 2 Obliterators, and he's still at his full 6. And I made my fearless saves just fine in both squads, and I think that's pretty much it. So going now into top of 5, so this actually might be last turn. We'll see. Alright, this turn I made some dumb mistakes, and didn't really cost me yet, but it will next turn. Charged this squad in to help out. After everything's said and done, I only did 1 wound. And he did 1 back because I made pretty good saves there, so we tied combat. This squad moved forward for some reason. I should have just left them back. They were in plenty of range. Shot all my bolters at those 3 guys, did absolutely nothing, but Airman killed it by himself. These then shot into that squad and did absolutely nothing. They did 1 total wound against that squad with all their AP3 bolters, and he put it on the character and saved it. Over here, charged the Defiler in. I did 3 more wounds with the Obliterators, or 2 more wounds, and he saved both of those. And the Defiler did 1 wound, and he finally failed 1. That's 1 out of 7 he's failed, with instant death attacks. He did 7 wounds back. 1 of them was rending, and I took 1 wound. Got pretty good lucky save on the invulnerable, so we've got 1 half dead there. And we tied combat since he's a 2-wound instant death model, so tied combat in both places, and they're now going to be in range of them because I'm dumb, so bottom of 5. Okay, this turn, this moved forward and was just barely out of range of that. This one shot did a whole crap ton of wounds to them, like 9 wounds, but only failed 1. So I got pretty lucky there. These guys all rapid fire, they were all in range, shot this to pieces, but only did 1 weapon destroyed and a bunch of stuns, so it's still barely alive. In combat here, these Wraiths dropped right here too. He never perils, ever, or, never mishaps, apparently. These guys, after everything's said and done, only did 1 wound that he failed, but it was a force weapon, so I killed a whole Wraith. And fighting back, he killed 2 guys, so we tied again. I guess they have to pile in. And over here, I got kind of shafted. He did nothing to the Defiler with the 4 Wraiths that were left on this squad. He did 2 Rens and 2 regular wounds. Oh, Optimus. So he did 2 Rens and 2 regular wounds. And I made 1 of my invulnerable saves, and I also failed 1 of my 2 regular 2+ saves. So that kind of sucked, so I lost a guy. I did 2 wounds back, because I rolled some more 1s to wound. And he made both of his saves, so he's made 8 out of 9 so far on a 3+ invulnerable on this squad, and everything hitting them has been instant death. And then, so I took 2 fearless wounds since I lost combat, and I failed 1 of those again on my 2+ save. So I've lost 2 out of 2, or 2 out of 4 2+ saves this turn on that squad. And he's about to get murdered to pieces by all those running attacks. We'll see how that goes. But this might also be last turn. It's turn 5. So do you want to roll to see if it ends? A 1, it does.
Wow.
Good game.
Thank you for your game, man.
Yeah, you got a quick kill point there at the end of last turn, but we'll add up really quick.
Yeah. I just kind of wish everything came in a little bit sooner. It really came in waves which really benefited your side to shoot the living heck out of them. That and the race squad didn't do anything all game because it came in too late. Otherwise, this is the first time I've ever even attempted this list, first time I even thought about it, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I rather like it. I need to give some more insight into the game, give 4 more games with this kind of list. And, more or less, I like the race that they can ignore terrain. That really helps out a lot. Just, if they don't kill them on the charge, they don't really do much after that.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, one with the Obliterators, but he made a mistake with the race that kind of counteracted that, so...
Yeah.
but I had some really dumb mistakes with my Thousand Suns. Airman got way too far up here for no reason, so I had to drive him back here so that if it went to turn 6, I can start turning them into spawns instead of last turn, which would have really been much more useful. So I made some dumb moves there. I shouldn't have charged up with my first squad of raptors. I could have just killed them with shooting if I just shot all my pistols from a distance instead. And then I wouldn't have gotten blasted so much by the next 2 Deathmark squads. So I think we both have a lot to learn with our armies, but we're going to go ahead and add up kill points.
And it's also the first time I ever used Deathmark, so give me any tips you like. I will gladly accept them. I've never even considered using them until now.
I think 30 of them is pretty awesome. Okay, actually we added it up. We thought it was a lot closer, but I've got 3 units that are almost dead. Those 2 the Rhino, the Vindicator in that squad, but not quite. So.
Oh, well, they're locked in combat too.
Yeah. So with those Obliterators last turn, he's got 2. He got the Obliterators, and he got 1 full squad of Raptors. He also, he almost killed them. He almost killed my Rhino and everything, but those are the only 2 he finished off.
And there's 3 guys from 1 squad looking at.
Yeah, 3 guys in there. So I had 4 units almost dead, but he got 2 kill points. I got 7 from the 3 death marks, the Annihilation Barge, and the squad that was worth the 3 kill points. I got that really lucky shot on with the Defiler. So. Minus that squad, it would have been really close. So,
yeah.
Good game.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.